Mr. Overbaugh, I see the intelligence and security shop in the Undersecretary of Defense for Policy, not just through my work on this committee, but my work on the as chairman of the Intelligence Committee as well. INS should be the central advocate for the DoD's intelligence priorities and the central orchestrator to ensure that all defense intelligence agencies are meeting DoD needs. Yet it has often seemed to me that all the agencies under the INS umbrella appear to largely act on their own accord. Oftentimes it seems with little direct oversight. Can you commit to working with me on this committee and on the Intelligence Committee to ensure that we improve INS's enterprise governance to meet the to make sure that the defense intelligence agencies are providing the intelligence that all of our warfighters need?
Yes, Senator, I absolutely can.
Thank you. Do you share that assessment, that it seems like oftentimes they're kind of all going off in their own direction?
Senator, I share your concerns in that regard, and what I can commit to you is, if confirmed for this position, I would place an emphasis on ensuring that the entire defense and intelligence and security enterprise remains responsive, particularly to combatant commanders and the warfighters, to ensure that they're well positioned to deal with global threats.
Thank you. I believe that part of the issue here is that INS is not optimally organized to meet that role of guiding the defense intelligence enterprise and advocating for defense intelligence priorities. I put report language in last year's NDAA that mandated a GAO review of the authorities, the roles, and the responsibility of INS. Can you commit to using the findings of that review to inform any potential organizational changes that might be made in INS?
Yes, Senator, and as I mentioned in my opening statement, I'm particularly concerned about bureaucratic intransigence, and so analyzing the structure and process within the organization would be a key focus if I'm confirmed.
Thank you. As is often the case, while boxes and lines on a chart are important, they're not the only thing to consider. Sometimes it's not the most important thing that needs change. Sometimes it is leadership and culture. INS was dual-hatted as the Director of Defense Intelligence and the principal director or advisor to the Director of National Intelligence because Congress recognized the urgent need for a single proponent to ensure the broader national intelligence community meets defense requirements. Yet, I don't think there's any documented processes or procedures for ensuring that collaboration between INS and the ODNI, and I think the past interactions between ODNI and INS have not been adequate. Can you commit to working with Mr. Hansel to make sure INS is collaborating closely and productively and constructively with the ODNI?
I absolutely can, Senator, and this is something that Mr. Hansel and I have already had an opportunity to talk about. I share his passion, and I know that if we're confirmed, we look very much forward to working with ODNI Gabbard and the rest of her team to ensure that that lash-up takes place.
Thank you. And to be clear, the work that the defense intelligence agencies produce, I think is stellar and top-notch. It's often some of the best intelligence reporting I see on this committee, and especially on the Intelligence Committee. We want to make sure that we're providing proper guidance for all those agencies underneath your orbit, and also that they're having their proper influence within the broader intelligence community, especially claims on resources. Mr. Lohmeier, the Air Force has been underfunded for a long time, especially in the last two Democratic administrations. That's led to a dramatically smaller fighter force than we've had at any time since World War II. Yet we need air superiority and given the broad range of threats we face. Do you commit to working with the administration and with Congress to ensure that we increase resources going forward for the Air Force and Space Force?
Yes, Senator, I commit to that.
And you agree that we need those additional resources?
I do agree.
Thank you. Part of the problem we've had, too, is a shortage of pilots, 1,800 pilot shortage across the total force as of fiscal year 24. Retention is only averaging about 40 to 50%. Do you agree that we need to focus very intently on both recruiting and retaining pilots?
Yes, Senator, and this is a problem we've had for many years. It transcends administrations, and I know that Air Force leaders and administrations have tried to fix this problem. We try and throw money at the problem sometimes, and I think that that tends, frankly, to keep in those who are already probably on the fence and want to stay in anyway. But I talk to many pilots. They're interested in fixing their quality of life and quality of service concerns as well. Yeah. And you have my commitment to try and solve these problems.
The work I've done on this committee with Senator King suggests the same. They're always welcome the money, but they don't join the Air Force, the Space Force, for a couple $1,000s more a month. They join it because they want to fly high-performance aircraft in defense of our nation. One final question. The Ebbing Air National Guard Base in Arkansas is home to a growing international fighter training mission. We have 48 F-35s scheduled to be located at Ebbing over the next 3 years. The Air Force has worked with Senator Bozeman and Congressman Womack and I very well over the years to get this critical mission bedded down. I assume you agree that foreign military sales training remains a vital Air Force mission?
I do, Senator.
Thank you. And if confirmed, we can count on you to continue to ensure that the Air Force supports the mission at Ebbing and has the resources necessary to train our allies?
Yes, Senator, you have my commitment that I'll work very closely with Dr. Mink if he's confirmed, and also be very transparent in my comms with you about the situation in your state.
Thank you.
Yep.